If I told you that you could grab your share of a $22 trillion e-commerce industry, would you do it? What if I were to tell you that there's a system where you can actually spend $5 or $10 on testing a product, and after only $10, you'd know immediately if it was worth pursuing or not? Hey, it's J.R. Fisher here. I've been earning millions of dollars in e-commerce since 2010, and I want to share with you one of the business models I used to generate millions of dollars in sales from e-commerce last year alone. But before I share this business model with you that I used, I want to share something else with you. This is something very important, so listen up. In the last 12 months that I generated these millions of dollars in sales, during the same 365 days, there were hundreds of thousands of hardworking people who failed miserably at trying to make money online, and have wasted thousands upon thousands of dollars of their hard-earned money without seeing any return on their investment at all. Now, what's worse, on top of the hundreds of thousands of people who've tried something and failed, I bet there's 10 times as many people who haven't even started trying. Why does this happen? Look, I know why people don't just start. It's pure and simple fear. That's it. Fear of investing time and money on building their business. Fear of not knowing that they'll make anything at all. Fear of having to make a new business plan and spending even more time and money if the first one fails. Fear of spending thousands of dollars on advertising without even knowing if they're going to get any of their money back. And of course, the fear of their time and money just plain being wasted. Let's face it, it's scary. I was scared when I started too, because all those years ago, there really wasn't any straightforward, easy to follow help that actually worked. Heck, there isn't much now either. Fast forward from 2010 when I started, and I've built my own brand of survival foods called Survival Cave Food. This one brand has sold millions and millions of dollars online. It's even sold at Walmart's website. That's pretty cool. The cool thing also is that you could even go to Google and search Survival Cave Food right now and check it out, and you'll see millions of results and thousands of sites that sell my products. Look, you can succeed online if you have a plan that works and you get great instruction. In addition to that product, I've tested hundreds of other products and found some incredible winners. No matter what you've heard before, there's no need to make a huge upfront investment or completely change your business plan and waste thousands of dollars and months of your time setting all this up. In fact, let me show you my test on some products right now. Here's the results. The green columns are the products I've tested in the month of July. You can see how many of these were winners, meaning they produced a return on my investment. That's what we're going for. The red ones, they're the ones that did not produce a return on investment. This list has about 30 products. Now, out of 30, I got 6 winners and 24 losers. But I only spent $188 on the losing ideas. The ones that are winning ideas, well, they've more than made up for the money that I lost on the losers. In fact, they've generated over $31,000 in sales so far this month alone. Now get this. This is just the data from one of the sites I'm working on, and this one's dedicated to urban lifestyle. It's all about figuring out which ones to cut at a very, very low cost, which is the key to this before you break through to the big ones. The way I do this is by using a very simple strategy I like to call low-cost, quick-scaling funnels. Check this out. Here's how it works. It's all about setting up a business model that allows you to figure out which ones to cut quickly without blowing lots of time and, more importantly, your hard-earned money. If you look at the most successful entrepreneurs in the world, they all talk about one thing: how they figured out the losers before they got to the big winners. So that's what I'll be teaching you how to do. It's really simple. There's really only 4 steps. The first 2 steps focus on low-cost part of the strategy. Number 1, find in-demand products that meet 80% of the required criteria. I'll talk about this more in just a second. Number 2, set up a low-cost advertising campaign that can tell you if your product is a flop or a winner by spending only $5. The third and fourth steps focus on a fast scaling part of the funnel. So number 3, if it's a flop, move on, test new products. I typically go through 10 to 15 products until I find 1 or 2 that that I like. Number 4, if it's a winner, start implementing the fast scaling funnel strategy right away, which you'll learn about in just a minute. Let's pull back the curtains. I want to give you an example of one of the products that's generated an insane amount of revenue, and it started with a $5 campaign. That's over $41,000 in sales, and it all started with a $5 test budget. Now, I want to talk to you about something really exciting. This is something I've never done before. I'm actually, for the first time ever, sharing some of the techniques I use today to find products and market effectively online. You know, when I started my business, there were lots of gurus out there that had never sold any products online, but they were more than willing to take my money and teach me how to sell products online. Really? They had no proof that they did anything, so I figured they really couldn't help me out. But I made myself this promise. If and when I figured it out, I would share what I learned in all my years of marketing successfully online. So that's just what I'm doing. Here's the awesome thing. My success resume is posted in millions of places. It's called the Google search results. You can Google survival cave food right now and you'll see the millions of results going back to 2010 that prove I know how to sell products online, develop a brand, and it shows I've been successful for many years. The crazy part, that's just one of my product lines, a variety of survival foods. So let me tell you about this event that I'm holding. It's an exclusive webinar that I'm doing live on August 22nd. Mark your calendar. I'm going to reveal how I built a successful and thriving e-commerce business that brings in sales in the multi-million-dollar range every single year. At this exclusive webinar, I'm going to show you exactly how I pick products to sell that have the highest probability, what I call winners. By using this one method, I get 2 out of 10 products to get a positive return on investment. I'm also going to show you how to sell these products without ever touching or seeing them, using my manufacturer dropship model. Absolutely no inventory and no upfront cost for the products. You pay for the products after you've already gotten paid. There is no investment in inventory whatsoever. I'll show you how to instantly start driving qualified traffic at $5 a day budget. And the trick I uncovered that allows you to pick products that you can sell for, get this, 300 to even 500% more than what it cost you. In addition to that, I'll show you how to build an irresistible e-commerce store to ensure you have the highest chance of getting incredibly high conversion rates. Simply put, when people get there, they'll want to buy. I'm also going to show you something I stumbled on that will allow you to set up incredibly fast scaling funnels that can explode your sales as soon as you deploy them. I'm also going to talk about how I scaled my business from 6 to 7 figures without spending any money on traffic whatsoever. I promise you won't want to miss this. Now, if you're listening to me right now, you only have 2 choices. The first choice is to click the button and sign up for the webinar. It's free. That's the simple choice. If you're going to learn how to sell products online, wouldn't it just make sense to learn from somebody who has already sold products online? Somebody you could just go to Google and check the results of their work? Someone who has proven the test of time? Remember, I started all of this in 2010. Look, I didn't know anything when I started, but I figured it out. Once you've been through this free webinar, you will have the information you can immediately put into action and get real results. You'll know how to pick products, how to scale ads, and most importantly, you'll know what things don't work so you can move on to successful things that do work. And then there's choice 2. Choice 2 is to do nothing. To let this opportunity slip through your hands forever and wonder if this was the one webinar that could have made the difference and could have been the turning point in your life. Look, we all have our idea of what a life-changing event would be. Maybe it's earning a few $1,000s more a month, or maybe it's $10,000 more a month, or like many of my months, 7 figures in a single month. What would that mean to you and your family if you were financially secure and money was no longer an issue? Imagine you were free to work when you wanted and where you wanted. Not attending is not just putting something off. It is actually a decision to put off your future. What if this one webinar was the one thing you needed to make life changes for you and change the direction of your life and your families? They say that only 20% of what you do really gets results. The problem is most people get bogged down in that 80% that doesn't work and they just plain quit. When you click that button to sign up and you attend, keep in mind you got to show up, right? I'll show you how to get to that 20%. Look, I know, I've been there. So you're faced with a decision right now. Either do nothing or click that button and sign up for my free webinar. Now, I can't promise you that you'll end up rich if you attend, because you still have to put in the effort and the work. But one thing I can assure you of, if you don't sign up and you don't attend, nothing will change in your life, and you will remain in the same financial situation with someone else telling you what to do with all your time. Seats to this webinar are very limited, and once we fill up, that's it. I will only do this live webinar one time. Don't miss out. Click the button now, enter your name and email, and sign up so I can share with you what does work. You'll instantly get a confirmation and a private link that will let you in. I look forward to seeing you on the webinar.